Alright everybody, welcome back to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. So what we're going to see here is two new things. First of which are Orcs is precious. These are pretty cool looking Orcs. Now, what we're going to see them doing is fighting the Romans. So this kind of shows off a few different things, right? One of which is just kind of, you know, it really would be an ultimate epic battle simulator because the epicness of the battles, there's like 30,000 units or more in this battle right now. We're seeing Romans and Orcs, but then what we're about to see is a nuclear bomb where everybody gets absolutely wrecked, right? So, look at that. It just literally evaporated everybody. Damn. Oh no. Yeah, so the cool thing about it is that you're going to get to basically have the option to have whatever faction you want fight whatever faction on a grand scale. So I really like that. Now there was some videos where you'd see like World War II soldiers fighting zombies, stuff like that. Even World War II soldiers fighting, you know, fighting Roman warriors. But the option just to mix and match, and the fact that like you can see how good the orc models look, makes me wonder if like some really epic Lord of the Rings battles are, you know, reenactments are in the future, or even like Warhammer reenactments on a grand scale. That would be really cool. I mean, this is the dawn of the battle simulator game, guys. These things, it's going to be exciting to see what other games come out. It's going to be really exciting, and even more so when I can get my hands on this. So I've requested some custom footage, some, you know, exclusive footage for you guys from the maker of this game. And he's got a great name. His name's Robert. Anyone named Robert is cool in my book. I'm also named Robert, so remember that. But yeah, nuclear bomb and 30,000 orcs versus Romans, right? So now we are going to get on to the next video. All right, so what we're going to see here is another bit of new stuff. This is the first time that I will have watched siege equipment. We've got 6,000 catapults and archers versus what I believe is 24,000 Romans. So this is kind of taking Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator to the next level, right? Siege equipment, ranged weaponry, specifically catapults. It's going to be really exciting to see how those fare. You know, what, like, is there kind of a radius of damage? Is there splash damage? How does this work? Will there be, like, kind of the stones bouncing off the ground? This is going to be the first time I've watched it, and I'm really, really excited. But you can see the epicness of these battles, right? Being just the sheer size of the battles, the sheer size of units. There are so many. Oh, I like the little animations on these catapults. We've got some stones in the air. They didn't all fire at once. That's another thing I'm a big fan of. It's not like 6,000 things firing in unison, but instead you've got this staccato, this kind of off firing between them all. And it looks like they're exploding. Oh, here we go. Here's slow motion in play right now. So now we're going to get to see these stones direct contact. Look at the guys getting hit with them. Now, this is still early development, but it just kind of gets your imagination going on what the game could be. Look at this. Just sit back and watch. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that many catapults and being a Roman soldier having to charge that? And the archers haven't even opened up yet, I don't think. It's going to be interesting to see once they do start opening up. Well, granted, they are on the flanks, so you can actually see some arrows cutting down the guys on the flanks, but most of the center has just been lopped down. Yeah, that's right. There we go. When you get close, you can actually see the individual arrows cutting them down. And it'd be really cool in the future, like, to see these shields blocking arrows. Oh my god, listen to these effects. That is so many arrows. I want to know, out of that 6,000, how many of them were archers? That would be really freaking cool to find out. So then you could get an idea how many arrows are fired, like, in a minute. What's the fire rate of that? But anyway, guys, so I've got some great news personally that I have just finished. Now, this is not on the new computer, but I have just finished building the custom computer. Now, we're going to be able to process battles on a much grander scale. It's making me think that, like, actually, this is the question. Since I don't have access to this game yet, but I hope to have it in the future, and I'm in talk with the developer, who seems to be a pretty great guy and just, like, very helpful. So this is actually that brings up an excellent question. What would you like to see in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator? What kind of battle? What fighting? What would you like to see? New units? Because I'm going to be requesting some custom footage, and I'm curious to see, you know, what are the options. You know, he'll probably say, I got this for you, and I'll be like, hey, I would love to show that to my True Barons Brigade. You know what I mean? So I would hate to be one of these Roman soldiers. That's like, I can't get it out of my head. What I do like is the different colors. You know, it breaks up just like the red tunics and red shields, but now we've got like oranges, greens, blues, purples. So you've got like this rainbow of bodies on the field. I wonder if any of the Romans have made it to those archers. I think you can see some bodies got really, really close, but they got cut down basically point blank range before. Listen to that. I love the mechanical sounds of these catapults. And so I think that what this game has that I haven't seen almost any other battle simulator game, or just like epic battle game. You know, you could count Total War definitely in that category. You could count Tabs, you could count Ancient Warfare 2, you can count Total Tank Simulator. Is the processing of like how many entities are on a battlefield at any given time, right? And it's gonna be like, I mean, this is a solo developer. It's a solo developer, right? So it's like, if he decides to branch out, get more team, I mean, who knows? You know, what are the possibilities? And so now we're gonna watch the best, the highlights of what Robert has done in. Look at this. I love the music. I like kind of this movie-like montage. Here you can see the Rainbow Romans, an army of chickens. See, that's another thing. You're gonna get to see like all kinds of crazy stuff. The Battle of Thermopylae. And what was this, like 100,000 Persians? Individual unit control in a battle of thousands. To have a first-person like experience, or even a third-person like experience. Here's zombies versus World War II soldiers. The epic siege battle. Oh, this is glorious. Maybe this was the clip I should have opened up with, because it truly is epic. Zombies versus Romans. Chickens versus Romans. Dude, the Romans are getting their butts kicked. They are attacked on all sides. Here's the Spartans. 300 Spartans versus, oh man, thousands and thousands and thousands. All the Thompsons. Look at that. Oh yeah, this was the first clip. Oh my god, I thought those were Velociraptors for a second. I almost lost my shit. I haven't seen the cavalry one yet. Giant trolls? Guys, think about this, man. I wonder if he's gonna offer Steam Workshop support. Chuck Norris versus Romans. The Penguins. See, like, I like how it's silly. There's a lot of craziness that you're gonna be able to do, right? This is kind of like a siege, where like he was experimenting with pathfinding through a city to allow, like, look at this, to allow for siege-like battles to take place in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. The next thing that would be cool is to be able to populate these buildings with units, right? Like, imagine Thompson guys, and I mean, I don't even know. I've always thought about like wanting to program, but yes. So with the new computer, we're gonna be able to do bigger battles than we had before. Higher quality videos. I'm gonna be able to stream and record at the same time. Very excited for it. Excited for more streaming opportunities. There's gonna be so many games, because I wonder if these kind of games, especially this one, if like you can have, you know, basically the viewers on stream kind of dictate who fights what. Wouldn't that be really cool? Penguins versus Santa Claus. That was the first battle I saw. Here's the cavalry. Oh, was this the Battle of the Bastards? The Battle of the Bastards. Oh yeah, that's definitely the Battle of the Bastards. I like how, like, you're gonna be able to recreate like epic battles, guys. Epic battles. Yeah, I mean, really, truly. Riders of Rohan, what news of the mark? Chickens. Anyway, so this is kind of an update on what's been happening with the game. It's an update on, you know, what's been happening with me and the computer build, what that means for us. Look at this. This is third-person control. You know how cool that's gonna be? A battle of thousands. You're gonna be like, oh, what'd you do today? Mom asks you, what'd you do today, son? You know, like, oh, you know, just killed like 10,000 Romans. Not a big deal. Look at that. Oh, man. Yeah, so an update on the computer, an update on the game, and then also a call to arms for Baron's Brigade. That being, what would you like to see in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator? I'm working to get some custom footage for you guys. I would love to know what you'd like to see, because we can make it happen. It's going to be cool stuff, guys. It's going to be cool stuff. Very excited to see what the future holds. So yes, let me know what you'd like to see in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, and I'll reach out to the developer. I just hit him up earlier today to kind of, you know, get ahead of it, right, and see if I could get some exclusive stuff, because I've got my eye on this game, guys, and I know you guys do as well, because you love the last, what, 2 or 3 videos that we put up. So anyway, guys, hope you all are having a great day. Just good news all around, man. After a struggle, you know, a struggle for the last 2 days to build this computer, because I've put some nice, high-quality stuff into it, right? And that obviously takes more attention to detail, and I've never built a PC before, so it was quite an adventure. Anyway, now the adventure is really going to begin. See you guys in the next video.